Hey guys, welcome to the Practical Build Management with Gradle course. The first section of the course will help us to get understanding of Gradle tasks as a cornerstone part of a build tool which does work. How to create and organize Gradle tasks. Another part of this section will be related to optimizations that could be used in Gradle tasks to perform actions in the most efficient way. Also, we will get more insights of how to control tasks using rules. In this section, we're going to explore Gradle tasks. We will start from overviewing of how Gradle task works. What are the possible ways to create Gradle tasks? Then we will take a look how to organize Gradle tasks in terms of dependency and sequence of execution. Also, task optimization will be overviewed along with aspects of copying and filtering of resources. One more interesting concept of Gradle task will be explored is rules to control tasks. In the first video of this section, we'll get closer look at how Gradle tasks could be created, configured for later usage. What are the different ways Gradle tasks could be created? In this video, we're going to review Gradle tasks in more details, comparing to previous mentions. Also, we're going to review the many ways to create a Gradle task, along with practice. One more thing we'll touch in this video is task configuration and actions. Every Gradle build is made up of one or more projects. Each project is made up of one or more tasks. A task represents some atomic piece of work which a build performs. This might be compiling some classes, creating a jar file, or generating a Java doc. Let's create a hello task that will be simply printing a hello. In order to do this, let me open our build.gradle file of the root project and let's navigate to the bottom of this file where we will create a task. The simplest way to create a task is just type task and then goes the name of the task, and then we need to open curly braces, and within curly braces we need to define do last closure, and then within the last closure we can use print ln and then hello. So this is basically will be our simplest Gradle task. Sorry, it was a typo. Okay, you can see hello now is there. We can do the same as we did before, the simplest task. Okay, you see now it works. So here is one example of creating a Gradle task, and Gradle API provides different ways of creating tasks. Another example will be we can refer to the tasks container. This is actually the object which contains all tasks assigned to a particular project. And then we need to call a method create and pass to it the name of our task, hello1. And then let's open a curly braces and then again do last. Hello from another way of creating a task. Okay, now let's try to execute this task. You can see it works. So this is another way of creation of Gradle tasks. One more way of creating a task is the following. It's actually the task, and then as a method call, then we have a task's name, and then goes a body of the task, and then to last hello from task 2. Let's check this concept. Okay, you can see it works. So basically those are the some ways of creating a task in Gradle, and we actually were using the simplest tasks that could be created in Gradle. As we already saw, it's quite easy to create a simple task, but Gradle provides slightly advanced capabilities for task creation, because in our case those tasks that we created just above, they're pretty simple and kind of imperative one, but we know Gradle provides declarative approach and provides out of the box many different task types. Those tasks could be reused and extended and configured and applied to our needs. And the way those tasks could be created is pretty similar, but we just need to define of which type we would like to create a task. And one of those tasks that we would like to take as an example is a delete task. Let's just create our own do remove task that will be based on delete task provided by Gradle out of the box. So here is the code of this task. This task delete could be configured to remove some. Let's just try to remove some directory. You can see currently we do not have such directory in our folder, but let's just create it. So you can see now this directory exists, and let's just not just do a configuration of a task, but let's do some extension of this task. For example, we would like to inform that before removal we need some kind of notification that is about to remove, and then let's refer to the name of the directory. Okay, now let's try to execute this task. You can see that during execution of our do remove task, our do first action was executed. And then let's try to look inside our directory. You can see that some directory was removed from our project folder. So this way task provided by Gradle could be leveraged and applied to our concrete context. We also could create our own type of task and then reuse them through the project.